Hey everybody, good day and good energy to y'all. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about what's going on and say some things concerning Yana and just everybody, I guess, who I am. So for starters, I want to say I made the being pissed off video as a display of power, of me, being pissed off. And I used to like breaking stuff a lot when I was a kid, and so it was similar to if we were to have been in the same location, you looking out the window and seeing me punching a punching bag or swinging a sword in a field. It was there was no intent to try and make you think I was going to use that sword to hurt you. However, I was aware that you would perceive it that way. I was aware of that. And so, it is what it is. I think a lot of that has to do with your own, the fear you got inside yourself, which I get. And, this also brings me to what else I want to talk about. And, I've never served in the military. My dad is a military veteran, but I am not. The Bible I have, which is a military edition, actually comes from my brother who, he went through basic for Navy, but he never actually really served, you know. So anyway, he came home with a book and the Holy Bible, the military edition, and, I use it because that's that. And then he was also the voice you heard, yesterday. So that was my brother's voice. And, I just also want to say that, the whole consuming or being consumed by this evil and this hatred, um, there is an entity here that has, there's a hierarchy, like with anything, there's God, the Most Highs, and there is, I think, a type of entity that has sway over the lower vibrational creatures. And I believe it's the same type of entity that is orchestrating the events here on Earth, at least the ones that are involving, all this evil. So, their intentions here, it's an energy currency. It's a parasitic infection that we continue to feed. However, there's tools, for things like even when the human body gets a tick, there's ways to get the tick off. Okay, now with that being said, there's still a lesson to learn about the whole nature of the tick and where you are at and what's going on and how you got it. But there's still tools that we can use to take the tick off and place it somewhere else and help teach the host. So that's essentially what I'm, my job, it's a large part of my mission and my job here is to be that which can take off that tick of humanity. I can essentially send off a signal and build up my ki and energy up to a certain level that, in a certain location as well, because there's grid lines on the earth. So when I put myself in a particular spot and I have my energy in a particular spot and I've been walking around for, maybe a couple of weeks or whatever, your chi really starts to build up, and it's very simple inside of myself. I can feel the spiritual formula it takes to literally draw that out and then also allow it to come in, because when you become a servant of the Most High, and there's real spiritual protection and deflection. Like right now, unless I'm doing something stupid and really crazy, like nothing can really fuck with me. However, if I were to open up, if I leave a way in, if I allow it to come in, if I invite it in, if I willingly allow it to come and consume me because I feel that's the time that we're in, I can do this, but I can do it with the intention to transmutate and cleanse that which is dirty, if it wants it, of course. It has its choice to run away. But we've gotten to a point on this planet where, it does not look like it's going away. And it's a spiritual battle that we have going on here. And nobody else is, even coming close to talking about what is truly necessary besides me and Joshua and a few others, really, like, very, very small amount of others. Anyways, but this is how it works. Those of us who are, whatever you want to call us, do what we got to do and take out some of these key bosses, but that's not where the work ends. There's still, humanity, is still largely under, a large amount of different fucking spells, and it's going to take a lot of work and rehabilitation to deal with these spells. And there's still going to be a lot of wars and, evil and chaos and all, so-called chaos, I should say, all these things. However, there will not be this totalitarian, tyrannical, draconian, reptilian, gray, insectilian, parasitical infection and attachment to humanity anymore. Enough. Enough is enough. We've actually done really good. We've continued to love. We've continued to hold on. We've continued to try and change for a long time, even while these motherfuckers have been sucking us dry every single day, continuing to suck and suck and suck and suck and suck. There is a counter to everything. We have been fucked with. Our leaders have sold us out. Yes, we've bought into it too, but there's also been some serious fuckery going on within our own race. So, just karmatically speaking, that gives way to outside help. But the outside help has got to come from a way that also doesn't enable the situation to continue on, and it also has to help teach and grow, because otherwise there's nothing to be learned here, and it's just not, there's no way to get around it. There's got to be a teaching mechanism, again, because otherwise these things will continue to grow and fester, and then the parasitical infestation will grow again, and we'll have to go through all this again. So, I just, and then also just, as far as romance and me, and, this is the type of thing that's not, part of the reason why I never even wanted to, try to, make contact again with Joy or Yana or Storm is because I knew I'd have to do something like this. And it's like, this is no place for a woman. I wouldn't want a woman to be, unless she's really down to fucking, on some Amazon shit, but, it's really not a place for them, man. The times that we're living in, like, that's what I am, that's what I do, that's what I've always been about, it's what I've always loved doing. I've always had a intense thrill-seeking nature, and, whenever I get sober like this, or get off, like, serious drugs and things, like, I have this impulse to want to just do just things that are different, and the intensity's only grown as I've continued to grow. And then with meeting Joshua and everything that's gone on with that, and the 13th son, and, finding more about myself, and then I have been feeling, I can't say it's suicidal, because it's not like I hate myself. Like, I'm actually pretty cool with who I am now, but there is a sense of, like, my life the way it is now, and everything that I see cannot go on. And I will do whatever it takes with what I have inside of me to change that. I will sacrifice whatever it means to be. If I have to be, if I have to allow myself, essentially be consumed by something with the intent to help cleanse that which is filthy, which essentially means, getting eaten, in the physicalness too. It's much like, I'm not, it's a sacrifice. You have to be prepared to literally be eaten by a wild beast or whatever. It's not just it's the full deal when you say being consumed. So, but that's kind of been my life, man, is sacrifice and helping people out with other things. And even as a child, when I was playing and stuff, we'd always play soldier and war, and I'd always be the first one to fucking run into the battlefield, and I'd always be the first one to get killed. So part of me doesn't even feel like it'd be a good idea for me to be in a relationship because, my personality, there's a good chance, I won't live a very, late age, so I don't want anybody to, I don't want, I don't want to leave a widow, I don't want to, try to have kids with somebody and worry about, not being around for them and shit. So it's better that, some roads are best taken on your own. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't want to ever, hurt you or anything, but, shit, sometimes you hurt people's feelings, and, I hurt people too. I know I do. So, I'm sorry. It's another reason why I'm leaving is because I don't want to. I don't want to continue this toxic back and forth between us. It's not good for me, and I don't think it's good for you. So, but thank you, Troy. Thank you, Yana, because, you have been a very pivotal part, in this chapter in my life. Whether, you know it, I think you know it, but, I just, more from just as a peer to a peer, as somebody of a similar age group and a generation and all this and that, just thank you. And I mean, ill will, and I hope, I really hope you, have a, just take care of yourself, and, just, I'm just grateful, so thank you everybody for watching my channel, and, it's gonna be alright. We're gonna get through this, and, it's always a contrast. We're all here to help the universe grow. Without all this good and evil, without all this difference, without all this back and forth, there'd be no friction. There'd be no, grit, be no reason for the grit. So, as shitty as things can get, it's good to embrace that which fucking challenges us the most, because we will grow the most from that which challenges us the most. So, anywho, I love you. I hope you all having a good day. All right.